Hello, sweet team. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele, and I am back with another recipe. Today we're making Fante, one of my favorites. Oh my goodness. If you make this stew, you will forget about frying fish before using it in your stews. I'll begin by cutting up my mackerel, and this mackerel is halfway thawed. So when you cut it like this, it is easy for you to just push the gut out. I didn't want to cut the belly part open. I want my mackerel to stay whole for the most part, so that is why I did it this way. And please, some people were making fun of my Ghanaians that why do we call this salmon? It is not salmon, it is mackerel. And yes, they are right. It is called mackerel, not salmon. So us, the younger generation, may be able to change it. Why they call it salmon, I have no idea. But please let us try to do the right thing. I'll also go ahead and cut up some tilapia and give everything a second wash and set it aside. Then in a blender, add in some chopped onions, ginger, and habanero pepper. I'll also go ahead and add in some Aniseed, Kelewele Seasoning, all-purpose seasoning. I'll add some salt to taste and some garlic. I'll blend everything together, pour it over our fish, give everything a good stir, taste for salt, adjust if needed, and we'll marinate this for about an hour before we start cooking. I'll also go ahead and blend together some fresh tomatoes, onion, and habanero pepper, and I'll slice some onions. Once everything is prepped, let's begin. In a pot, add in some palm oil. It is highly recommended that you use palm oil, but you may use any other oil of your choice. To that, add in your sliced onions and fry for about 5 minutes. I'm using oil that I skimmed off my palm nut soup, okay? I'll then add in some shrimp powder, give it a quick stir, allow it to fry for just a minute, and then I'll pour in our freshly blended tomatoes, habanero pepper, and onion. Give everything a stir, bring it to a boil. Once it boils, we'll allow it to simmer beautifully until all the oil begins to settle on top of it. At this point, our fish have been marinating for about an hour, so it is time for us to add in our shrimps. It doesn't take too long to absorb to the marinade, so you always want to add it in last, but you can add it all together. Back to check on our stew. It is looking good. I just added in some of the marinade that I set aside. Remember, it had some seasoning in it, so I haven't added any salt or anything. Give it a stir, allow it to continue simmering for about 10 minutes, and then when we come back, you can see we have more oil that have settled on top of it. It is now time for us to add in our fish. So I'm going to add in the fish, give it a stir, allow it to simmer for about 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and add in our shrimps. Once the shrimps are cooked, the fish will be cooked as well, okay? Now, once you add in your shrimps, please be careful and stir it gently because you do not want your fish to tear apart at all. Okay, once we've stirred everything, we'll cover it halfway and allow it to simmer just until all the fish and shrimps are nicely cooked. I tasted for salt and I adjust a little with my all-purpose seasoning. Again, gentle stirring so that you do not tear up your fish. Allow it to simmer for about 5 more minutes and our Fisherman stew or Fante will be ready. And check out our stew. It is looking amazing. I'll add in some habanero pepper, fresh onions, some shishito pepper. You may use paposhito, any pepper of your choice. I also garnished it with some basil, which took the flavor to the next level. Give it a gentle stir and our Fante is ready. You know, the peppers we added, for those of us that want a little more heat, is for us. Now, all that is left is for us to serve and enjoy. And we like to enjoy this with kenkey, okay? If you are Ghana, you know we love to enjoy this with kenkey. And I've told you all, I don't eat all that fish, so do not worry. Today, I'm having a little wine. Yes, just a little enjoyment for the chef. All are invited to enjoy this delicious Fante with me. Do try the recipe, come back and testify. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and are inspired to try the recipe. Until I see you in the next one, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of God and family is life's greatest blessing. And guys, ke unamini ochemi sweet mahabotu. Bye y'all.
Continental food, madam. Ow, food, madam. International food captain. We'll show you how to make pizza, jollof, banku and okro soup, sushi and pastries.